everyone, welcome to your weekly horoscope and tarot reading with me, Natalee, spelled Natalee. If someone has sent you this video, they believe there's something valuable for you to gain in one or a few of the messages contained herein. If this is your first viewing of an astrology video, a horoscope is a forecast for future events just like the weather forecast. Except a horoscope's delineation is based on a planet's position and relationships in the week ahead. This weekly horoscope is a unique blend of Western tropical astrology interpretations and what I see when I remotely view into the astrology. If this is your first time viewing a tarot reading, just observe your own body, thoughts, and emotions for any reactions, subtle or strong. That means you are resonating with the message and can benefit from its guidance. If you'd like to know when I upload or live stream messages here on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, WatchNatalee, and hit the notification bell. To connect on social media, follow me on TikTok, WatchNatalee, and please report and block any other accounts. Lastly, always remember that time spirals, all my messages are timeless. You can learn more about me and my psychic work down below, retain my services, or learn from me how to do your own forecasting, and that there are timestamps for easy navigation. Without further ado, let's open up your week ahead. This week, we're really building towards the end of the week, which I am so excited for. On Friday the 10th, we have a Mercury trining Pluto, and then on Saturday the 11th, we have Venus conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. So I'm calling this week very much about building a narrative, rewriting your narrative, planning and strategizing, and then by the end of the week, you just get like this huge burst of momentum to move forward and to tweak and to rewrite again your narrative or your plan or your strategy. And it's just going to sort of compounding interest. This week has kind of got the benefit of compounding interest in terms of how you're seeing your life, how you're planning for your life, and the gains and the momentum and the forward motion that you can make. So I'm excited for this week. Let's start with Monday, June the 6th. We've got the moon entering Virgo. We've got that moon in Virgo trining Venus in Taurus, and we have the sun in Gemini sextiling Chiron in Aries. Let's break it down. That moon in Virgo trining Venus in Taurus, on a conscious level, there can be small but meaningful improvements that elevate your aesthetic or comfort without being critical. That Virgo moon's going to have you feeling every nook and cranny of every little thing. So with this nice trine to Venus, you want to take that opportunity to see what you can improve upon, whether it's something aesthetic or whether it's something that's going to make you comfortable or improve your life or just make you more at ease, because that moon in Virgo can be a little bit neurotic. Now, on the unconscious level, it could be difficult to see or enjoy your blessings, and you might be really only looking at what you don't have or what's not going right or what doesn't feel good without feeling like you can change anything. Now, on the sun in Gemini sextiling Chiron in Aries energy, on the conscious level, I feel like this is really helpful for reparenting yourself. So if anyone has any difficulty with healing something or moving on from a difficult experience or having difficulty putting something truly once and for all behind you, I made a special video for that. It's in one of my vlogs in the playlist on my YouTube homepage. It's for free. It's called How to Heal and Move On. And I outline step by step how to do the energetics of that and how to reparent yourself and what it all is and does. So this is an aspect where that can go really far. It could be so helpful, and it could really make you just feel a lot better. On the unconscious level, that sun sextile to Chiron will have you feeling neurotic. It'll be like too much mental energy without anywhere to go and without feeling like you have the power to steer where that mental energy is going. Tuesday, June the 7th, we've got the quarter moon in Virgo, and we've got that moon in Virgo trining Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so this quarter moon in Virgo, it's is waxing, gaining in light. Oh, I forgot my list. I had my list of Mercury retrograde words. I'll get it later. So this waxing, gaining in light quarter moon in Virgo on the conscious awareness side of this could have you feeling, like I said, you know, just as soon as the moon enters Virgo, you're going to feel every nook and cranny of what you want to fix, what you want to improve upon. And on the quarter moon, you could be very much tuned into that, especially fulfilling this new moon focus or goal for yourself that we had last week. That can culminate at the full moon in the middle of the month, but that full moon in the middle of the month is also going to culminate and close out a 6-month energy that started December 4th of 2021. So on the conscious level, you'll get all of those downloads of what you want to fix, how you want to make everything different, and you'll be able to write it down and work on it bit by bit, piece by piece, and you won't get overwhelmed. I remember when my father was selling his house to move into a different house. It was a house he'd been in for a long time, and we were in the garage talking, and I was looking around. He had stuff in the garage, he had stuff in the house, in the basement, and I was overwhelmed. I asked him, I said, how are you going to pack up all of this stuff? And how are you, like, how do you feel about that? And he's a Virgo. Both of my parents are Virgos. And I'll never forget, he did not have any kind of overwhelm on his face or in his demeanor. He said, I'm just going to do little by little every day, packing little by little every day, and eventually it's going to get done. And that's the perfect, healthy Virgoan attitude towards whatever you're feeling that you want to change. Don't feel like you got to take the whole bite at one time. You can break it down. And so that's going to be the conscious manifestation of this energy. On the unconscious level, you could feel overwhelmed and totally inadequate. You could feel it's too big. I can't do it. I'm going to run away now. And you'll just bail. You'll feel like you want to bail, but you know, you can do it. Now, also on Tuesday, we've got that moon in Virgo trining Uranus and Taurus. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So on the conscious level, you embrace change. You embrace this opportunity to kind of level up your attitude or your perspective or your methodology or your technique, and you can capitalize on opportunities to innovate your life, to innovate these areas of your life, to be more productive and to streamline things. And you know, those processes are what have us feeling like we can handle things. When we have a go-to technique, when we have a go-to process, when we have a little conveyor belt of things in life that work, that function, and it helps us feel relief, where we don't feel so overwhelmed. The same with Saturn energy. When we take responsibility, yes, it's our responsibility, but we control how it goes. We control what's happening, and that will make you feel secure when you conquer your Saturn lessons. Okay, so was that everything? Oh, okay, so the unconscious manifestation of the moon in Virgo trining Uranus, that could be a rude awakening. It's a rude awakening that pushes you out of your comfort zone. So it's just a matter of perspective there. Wednesday, June the 8th, we've got the moon in Scorpio trining Mercury in Taurus. We also have the moon entering the sign of Libra. That moon in Libra will then oppose Jupiter in Aries. Let's break it down. That moon in Taurus trining now Mercury in Taurus on the conscious level could have you feeling very grounded with your plan. Like I said, this whole week is moving towards the end of the week. So it's pretty important that you get your ducks in a row early on in the week so that you're not totally blindsided by the end of the week, which is going to be fireworks. Okay, so feeling grounded with your plan. On the unconscious level, you could be made very aware, very sharply, very viscerally of a lesson that you meant to learn or that you were trying to learn on another level, maybe like in April or late April, maybe going into May. And it could be like, oh yeah, I didn't take care of that. I got to take care of that. That's all. And then with that Libra moon opposing Jupiter in Aries, on the conscious level, you unlock a lucky, okay, on the conscious level, you could unlock some luck. I was like, how am I going to say this? You can unlock luck on that energy, but it's only going to be opened with decorum and strategy. It's not going to... Got him. Sorry. Like I was saying, on that Libra moon opposing Jupiter in Aries, you could unlock luck by using decorum and strategy. Now, on the unconscious manifestation, the subliminal manifestation of this energy, that lower vibration, you could compromise too much and give too much of yourself away, or you could dominate the situation too much. And if it's the former, then you'll know it's the former if you're very resentful and you're very bitter. Then you've betrayed a boundary with yourself, you've compromised too much, maybe for the sake of peace, maybe because you just didn't want to be in a conflict, you just wanted the other side to just quiet down, but you're not happy because you're not getting your own needs met. So it'll take a cooler head to prevail in these areas of your life, but you can really win with that aspect, but you're going to be earning it for sure. Thursday, June 9th, we have that moon in Libra now opposing Mars in Aries. So you had a little preview of this with the moon opposing Jupiter in Aries, but now with Mars in the mix, on the conscious level, the higher vibrational level, with more awareness, on this, you inspire cooperation here. You inspire the cooperation from your team, from the other side, from your people, by giving and encouraging freedom, by honoring their own unique expressions, by advocating and trusting in their own independent action. And when you give them a lot of room to breathe, a lot of, okay, this, you have the ball, go ahead and run with it, everyone can work better together, so much easier. And on the unconscious manifestation level, on the subliminal manifestation level here, you could find yourself in a conflict. You will find yourself in some kind of conflict with another person or a group of people, or within yourself. I don't have your chart right in front of me, so I can't see where exactly this is playing out and how, but just know that if there's the conflict, then you need to alchemize and you need to apply decorum and strategy to get out of it and to make it a situation that's better for everyone. Friday, June the 10th, we have Mercury at 28 degrees of Taurus trining Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn retrograde. We also have this moon in Libra trining Saturn in Aquarius. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it. And then the moon will enter Scorpio. So yay, on Friday, finally on Friday, we have this powerhouse energy again of Mercury Pluto. So we're having 6 contacts with Mercury Pluto this year. Normally it's not that many, but because of this Mercury retrograde, we get more. Mercury retrograding in Taurus, we get more. Okay. On the conscious manifestation level, you benefit from good energy that you had sent out previously in the past, and it's like without any effort on your part, you just get regenerative, helpful, insightful, transformative communication back to you. This can be a very important conversation or message that you send out or that comes through Friday, and it'll be like leading up to Friday, that last, part of the week. But it's going to change things. It will absolutely change things on a very fundamental level, and it could be very, very beneficial. It could be a source of empowerment that maybe there was an opportunity that you missed in the past, or that you passed a test, you learned a lesson, you applied the lesson, and maybe you didn't get a reward right away, or it was an instant gratification, but you knew it was the right thing to do. You knew that you learned from your past mistakes. You know where you've fallen before. You recognized it when you were walking into it, and you made a different choice. This could bring you that benefit of that good karma coming back to you. Now, on the unconscious manifestation level, that subliminal level of manifestation, I saw the headless horseman coming back, circling back to reclaim the head. You can check out Movies, Cards, and the Stars. I did an episode on Sleepy Hollow. So what this means, a horseman returns to collect the head. So you come back to a previous lesson. You might have thought that you escaped a little bit of karma. You thought that you had slithered your way out of something, but you did not. And the horseman comes, and tonight he comes for you. So now you learn, and you actually change. What else on this day? We have the moon. What was this? Oh yeah, Friday. Okay, so we're still on Friday. Friday, we have Libra, moon in Libra, trining Saturn in Aquarius. Very nice. On the conscious level, the conscious higher vibrational manifestation level, this is trust. This is reward. This is gain through connecting with authority, connecting with others. If you are the authority figure, you bring people together. You could have very positive connections with the higher ups. You could even benefit through teaching or through sharing your wisdom and knowledge, or through bringing people together. That Libran energy is one of those signs that has that tinge of social ambition about it, where I think Libras are also the highest ranking as far as like billionaires are concerned. Not that everyone cares about being a billionaire, but they are. They also make the very best war generals. Libra, sun sign, moon signs, and rising signs. They're just really good at advancing through adversity, not through overwhelming the opposition with domination, like Aries, just like running roughshod and burning through the villages, but through actually working with and working through, and just, I don't even know how to describe it. They just have this energy where it's just pure diplomacy. They are the best diplomats. They are the best at negotiating. And that's why they understand that if they can get everyone to compromise the same amount, where no one feels like they are compromising more than anyone else in the room, that they can reach a deal. Libra believes that. The only problem with Libra energy is when they compromise too much. I mean, that's not the only problem, but they compromise too much. They give too much of themselves away, and that's where you get the resentment and the bitterness and, that anger that they sort of keep all inside of themselves, that dynamic tension inside of themselves that may be projected in these outward judgments of people, criticizing someone or judging someone for very superficial things, but that's only because they have betrayed their own boundary with themselves. They let themselves down in some way, shape, or form. And every sign does this. We all do this in different ways, myriad ways and instances. So on the unconscious level, the subliminal projection of this energy manifestation, you could be feeling very judged, and you could be feeling like you are under a microscope. So you might just be feeling like a little like off and just off, especially with authority figures or masculine type energies. Now, also on a Friday, that moon will enter into Scorpio. So every month I say it, the world turns black and white when the moon enters Scorpio. And on this lunation, when the moon enters Scorpio, feelings are extremely strong. They are extremely sharp. You know what you're feeling. It's sharp, very sharp. So, moon in Scorpio, no games. Only honesty. Honesty with yourself honesty with others. You don't want to be playing. You might feel the feeling coming up. You might feel like you want to manipulate, like you want to be deceptive, like you want to, and you might even feel like you don't even care if anyone sees or not. You might even feel like you don't care if you get away with it or not, that you just want to burn it down, that you just want to do what you want to do. So again, I recommend the vlog, How to Heal and Move On, because you got to do something with those feelings. You don't want to suppress them and just push them down. That's not sustainable. Saturday, June 11th, we've got Venus conjuncting Uranus at 16 degrees of Taurus, and we have the moon in Scorpio opposing Venus and Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so I am a Venus-Uranus person. I have Venus conjuncting Uranus in my chart, and I speak from personal experience on this particular transit. On Venus-Uranus, it could usually go one of two ways. Now, I explained all of the aspects. I do a little overlay list like this for my monthlies, which are over on my Patreon, patreon.com/TheFirstArteagan. Now, the higher vibration, like the happy vibration, is that there's a very fast turnaround where you elevate something in your life, an aesthetic, a value system, something beautiful, or, on a Venus-Uranus transit, I remember one of my favorite Venus-Uranus transits, I discovered the crown. So I just loved it's totally my aesthetic and like everything. And I loved, it was just so delightful, so very, very delightful. And I tend to be attracted, I grew up on Tim Burton films. I grew up on Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands was my favorite film for so long. And that's very Venus-Uranus. It could be something strange or unusual, but very beautiful. It could be a striking beauty where it's like, wow, I like that. It could be tragic, but beautiful. It could just be very odd and out of the way and never before seen, unrecognizable, but very beautiful, like this, very strong instant attraction to it. So that's a little bit of the lighter side, of the happier side. On a Venus-Uranus, sometimes I'm just very surprised and shocked that I'm appreciated. Like there's someone says something nice to me, or maybe someone sends me something from my Amazon wish list and they write something so sweet, and it's like, it's like just wow, and so it's and because this is in Taurus, I'm inclined to be optimistic that it's going to go that way, because Venus is in their home sign of Taurus, so they should be a bit stronger than Uranus. And so hopefully there's a happy surprise for you guys. And I just wouldn't be doing you justice if I didn't talk about the lower vibration of Venus-Uranus. So Venus-Uranus, you take that beauty, you take that pristine, beautiful, pure, innocent, and the other force, something else, wants to degrade it. They want to attack it. They want to mar it. And this isn't an attack of demolition. It's not about destroying it. It's not about taking it out of existence. It's about ruining the face of it. It's about ruining its reputation. It's about ruining its beauty. It's like putting a scar on the face. Or take an example of in The Exorcist, when they go into the church and these holy statues, there's like papier-mâché genitals, penises and breasts and blood and gore, and they've defamed this holy icon. Think of when the guy caked the Mona Lisa. I don't know if you guys saw that, but someone caked the Mona Lisa, this historic, beautiful work of art, and someone ran in and just caked it through cheap, probably some cheap cake mix and sugars and acids and whatever, and just caked the Mona Lisa. And that's the thought, but how it could manifest in the physical is you take the man that exposes himself to the little girl getting out of class. You know, this beautiful, pure, innocent little girl, you know, and someone that wants to ruin them, that wants to mar them, that wants to make them all messed up, marred and deformed, and, you know, mess them up psychologically, mess them up, you know, emotionally and spiritually and maybe physically. You can take the example of, you know, maybe you try to have a nice party. That's the Exorcist again. Try to have a nice party with your friends, and it starts off great. It's the Venus part of it. It starts off, everyone's having a great time, someone's playing the piano, and then maybe someone just gets drunk and starts a fight or starts peeing on the dinner table, and someone jumps up on the table and starts peeing on everybody, and everyone's, you know. Or you try to go out with your group of friends, and maybe someone just can't handle their drugs or their alcohol or something, and they ruin the evening somehow. Or, you know, there's just this, something's going great, and then something really ugly happens, and it could do damage to someone's reputation or how someone views someone, or it could just be that's, you know, someone just wants to try and bring it down somehow. Or maybe not like a person, maybe in your chart, maybe it's just something that just happens kind of externally, or you might view this happening. You might view something really beautiful taking place. Maybe you run into a wedding, and it's a big, beautiful, very unique wedding. Or maybe you're out in town and you see something in the lower vibration, something kind of grotesque and very surprising that's happening in your neighborhood or something. So I'm inclined, like I said, to be optimistic because Venus is in their home sign, so they should have more, they're stronger than Uranus not being in their home sign. So I'm inclined to think that it's an upgrade. I'm inclined to think that it's going to be a beautiful discovery, that you discover something that increases the joy in your life, or that adds to the comfort of your living, or that improves your aesthetic somehow, or, you know, that's just an upgrade. That's what you want to think. You want to think of like upgrade. So, okay, what else has happened? Oh, also on that day, I'm sorry. Okay, so the conscious manifestation, what I got tuning into this energy is that cream rises to the top, is what I got for this Venus Uranus. Cream rises to the top, and fast. So there's this elevation of love, value, aesthetic, and harmony. But I got that very specifically, that phrase, you might even hear that around that time, cream rises to the top. The unconscious, lower vibrational, subliminal manifestation of the Venus Uranus, previous values stand to be corrected. I also heard that too. Stand to be corrected. Stand to be corrected. So a previous value, a previous aesthetic, a previous joy, a previous want stands to be corrected. It'll be very interesting this weekend because of the blend of Pluto, Mercury trine, and the Venus-Uranus conjunction. They're going to be read together. Let us know how this goes in the comments below if you remember to come back, because it's always very interesting. Okay. Now, also on Saturday, June the 11th, we have that moon in Scorpio opposing the Venus-Uranus conjunction. So this is sparks. I saw fireworks, sparks. This is cool. This is really cool. I'm excited for it. On the conscious, higher vibrational manifestation level, regenerated to a new level of expansion. If you're more conscious on this energy, you're going to tap into the regenerative qualities of Scorpio. That's like nuclear freaking energy. This is like you are a light photon, one big light photon. It's like you are very regenerated, and you're like the Energizer Bunny. You can go, I said go all night. You can go on and on and on and on. And you're regenerated to this new level that you just entered into because of the Venus-Uranus. So this Venus-Uranus is elevating you. New standard, new room, new place, new life situation, and that opposition to the moon in Scorpio is giving you life for it. It's regenerating you, where you are showing up to this new joy or this thing, and you're just feeling regenerated. Now, on the unconscious, lower vibrational, subliminal manifestation of this energy, if you're not steering this, if there's something that you're unaware of, that cognitive dissonance, and it's this aspect is trying to bring it to the surface of your awareness, which stimulates growth. Awareness is what gives us expansion and growth. You could have acidic feelings coming up. I'm not talking about like indigestion or something. I'm talking about like hatred, regret, envy, jealousy, fears, bitterness, resentments, those kinds of acidic feelings that are going to tarnish a teachable moment. That Venus-Uranus, on that, if it's the lower vibration, if it's the subliminal manifestation for you, that opposition to the moon being in Scorpio could really ruin an opportunity for you to become aware of something, for you to grow through that awareness. But these planets go around and round and round and round and round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round. They go around and they'll come back around. So you'll just be a little bit older, but you'll be a little bit wiser when that opportunity next comes back around. And that's true for all of these energies, all of these aspects, everything. So we never really escape anything, just so you know. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put this down. Did I put this down? I did. I forgot to put this in Saturday's little but the moon will connect with the south node. Now this, something is going on this weekend and I'm so excited for it. Okay, so that moon connecting with the south node, you are flushing your previous awareness, high vibration or low vibration. If you're more conscious on the energy, then you're willingly flushing it. You're like, I'm letting this go. Wow, I really thought this and it's not the case. I really looked at life like this and it's just not the case. And you're letting it go and you are lighter. You are feeling lighter because you are letting go and releasing that previous state of awareness, that previous value system, that previous attachment, that previous joy, or whatever that happens to be. And even on the lower level of manifestation, you are flushing a previous awareness and then you're just upset about it. You might feel really, if you do the unconscious part of that day, you'll probably, when the moon crosses that south node, you could revert to familiar negative patterns and behaviors, or you could revert back to negative responses. And even if that's the case, even if you're like, God, I'm just so hateful right now and I don't want to be this way, that's the difference, is your choice, is the free will choice. And we need that space to have a free will choice. That's why we're all on this wheel of karma, just floating around on this rock out here, is to have this choice. So with that energy, if you choose to stay reverted, to stay at that previous awareness, you're going to be pretty bitter, you're going to be upset, you're just going to stew in those negative emotions and feelings, and you're going to choose to stay there. Now, if those feelings come up where you feel the negative familiar patterns of behavior or thinking or feeling or reacting, and you choose, you're like, you know what, I don't like the way this feels. I don't like the way this feels anymore, but I'm stuck in this pattern. I've made these energy grooves. I've made these neuronal pathways in my brain. I'm already so ingrained into this kind of response, into feeling this way. How am I going to change this? How am I going to grow out of this? What matters is your choice. Just give yourself time and try. Now, when I say try, what do I mean? The vlog, how to heal and move on, because you have to do something with those feelings that come up, and give yourself time, take the pressure. It's very all encompassing. And when these psychic tarot readings that you guys book with me, it's very interesting. It's like a lot of you will have like a similar issue or a similar question or a similar problem, and then I'll make like that vlog, I'll make like a video about it. Or maybe there's like a wave of you that come in. There's different waves of the curses too, of you guys feeling like, oh my God, someone's done something against me. That comes in waves. But then there's like other kinds of waves. So that was one of those waves where I just needed more time to explain to you guys how to do the energy work with your spirituality. Every single person has a spirituality, whether they're consciously choosing it or not. Spirituality, as I use that word, means it's how you feel based on what you believe. So, okay, let's try to stay on topic here. Okay, so that's what to do. That's the unconscious manifestation of that moon crossing the south node, that big flush. Sunday, June the 12th. On Sunday, June 12th, we have the moon in Scorpio opposing Mercury in Taurus, and we have the moon entering Sagittarius. We also have that moon in Sagittarius trining Jupiter in Aries. Okay, so on that moon in Scorpio opposing Mercury in Taurus, the conscious manifestation of this energy, if you can steer this of your own volition, you are adding new inspiration to your plan, and you got some big boosts of information and surprises and benefits, hopefully, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you could update it. So you want to get your bearings, get yourself organized in the beginning of the week, leave room for changes and for growth, because you know the end of the week is going to bring you something new, something different to consider at the very least. And now you're at Sunday, you can add that new inspiration, add what you've learned to your plan and to your strategy. The unconscious level of that energy, of that moon Mercury opposition from Scorpio to Taurus, you could send or receive belligerent, hostile communication. Taurus energy can be belligerent. Taurus energy can be downright belligerent. And we all know Scorpio energy can be, you know, with the stinger. So yeah, it could be, you know, it could be fireworks of the not fun kind. Also, okay, so when the moon enters Sagittarius, that's the new narrative. That's the new vision. That's the moon in Sagittarius energy. I always see the campfire, like the fire with the old rock stars and warriors sitting around this fire, like just sharing their stories and sharing their wisdom and, you know, recounting these grand tales of their life, of when they overcame something, or when they were challenged with something, or when they, you know, had to do something or they couldn't do, or you know, something, and they did it, and here's the tale, and it's just, you know, so that's moon in Sag. You're emotionally connecting to that. You're emotionally connecting to your bigger, broader vision for your life, and you're emotionally more connected to your own stories and your own perspective. So when that moon in Sagittarius trines Jupiter in Aries, the conscious level, conscious manifestation of this energy, you reap what you've sown. You earn benefits. Enjoy it. And it's so optimistic. It's so expansive. You're going to look at your future and be like, I have hope. I see a new vision. I see a new frontier. I see a new horizon that I want to go chase. And it's not chasing rainbows. It's chasing something that you've gotten vetted to chase, that you've been approved, that you did the work, and you live to die another day. You take another step forward and you feel confident about it. So I very much like that. Your vision for your life expands and you're optimistic because you earned it. Now, on the unconscious, subliminal, cognitive dissonant manifestation of that energy, grandiosity. the grandiosity, you, somebody else, it's in your environment, it's around you, it's trying to take you in. Grandiosity will render poor and unlucky decision making and action taking. So with Mars, Jupiter, action, luck, action, inspiration, drive, ambition. But with this moon trying to emotionalizing that Jupiter and Aries, that's a lot of fire. And that can go so grandiose. And when you go too grandiose, you don't function. Your chart doesn't function. And, you know, just the same thing with any other extreme emotion. You're not all of you, the best of your life will function. It just won't work. It just won't function. So you could, if you make decisions on that energy, that could be bravado. That could be overconfidence. It'll be unlucky. That energy like turns in on itself.
I know you're playing your part, but baby, it's breaking my heart. How could I know?
You sting yourself with that. So, unlucky decision making, unlucky action taking. Okay? Okay, my loves, let's now shift into your tarot. Okay, my loves, let's take a look at your week ahead using the tarot. Now, if this is your first psychic tarot reading with me, you must know that I am a remote viewer, astral traveler, lucid dreamer, psychic medium, telepathic, empathic, all the clairs. And what I do, this is called psychometry, and what I do is I focus my psychic attention onto your week ahead. We've just marinated in discussing all of the aspects and all of my other downloads for you. And with the psychometry, I will shuffle these cards and they will pop. And the cards that pop are your messages, and I read from there and I remotely view into them. Tell me about this week ahead. What's the strongest energy of this week ahead, please? Twitch? Ooh. Also, I want to explain the difference between a download. Okay, so when I mentor, I teach you the difference between recognizing all of the differences of energy of everything. And we get very surgical, we get very precise. And I really love to mentor and help and support other channelers, other astrologers, tarot readers, psychics, psychic tarot readers, psychic astrologers, tarot astrologers, whatever you want to call it, whatever your slashy award slash has to do with. Because we need it. The earth needs this higher vibration. So the difference between a conscious thought and a subconscious thought and a download. A conscious thought you choose. A subliminal thought, something coming from your subconscious, and a download, a psychic download, that mechanism comes in. You receive it. You receive the download, you receive it, it pops in. You get a picture, you get an image, you get a smell, you feel something in your body. You don't choose it, you don't look for it, you don't point at it. That's your conscious thought. That's your conscious choosing different thoughts to think. Okay, first energy is the strongest. We here have the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I just got like a lot of like mental emphasis to tell you that with this energy. So it looks like a stalemate gets broken. Someone might have been on the fence and now the situation moves forward. You might have had to wait. I'm getting that there was a wait here. This almost feels like sitting down to wait in line, sitting down to wait for your turn, sitting down to wait. And now they call your number. Now it's your turn to go up. The situation moves fast. And something is very curt, not harsh, but just curt about how you're moving forward. The Knight of Swords has no time to waste. It's the fastest knight in the tarot. So whatever is being communicated, whatever breaks this deadlock is almost, it's like if you're breaking up with someone, there's no energy to just sit there for like 5 hours and like go over every little thing and talk about everyone's little feeling and like discuss everything and do that whole thing. This would be like a breakup that's like, it's over, that's all you need to know, that's how I feel. Like, you know, like it's like very truncated. It's a very truncated, so it might come across as like very surprising. It doesn't have to be to the negative. We're going to open this up further. We're going to get more. I had it and I lost it. It was something in nature. It was okay. It'll come back. It'll come back. Tell me more about this week ahead, please. Holy moly, massacholi. The devil and judgment. Okay, this is the Baphomet. It's not necessarily terrible and horrible and evil. Here we have the devil sitting on a half monolith. It's like it's a pedestal of granite. And we see that he's got that going on. Gosh, my fingers are so long. He's got that going on. And on top of his head, he's got that pentagram, and he has the face of a little goat. The little goat face. I'm a Capricorn. This is a Capricorn major arcana. He's got he's got his little body. And down below, we've got two figures on either side of him, just like in the Lover's card and just like in the Hierophant. But, and I'm not going to get so into the symbolism. We do that in Tarot Talk. That's available in the Kings and Queens tier on the patreon.com/TheFirstArteagan. Everything is down below in the links. So if you'll notice, the chains around these poor souls, oh, mother of pearl. There we go. Are loose. I sense a lot of tension. Loose. Pull out your arsenal. You could be a musician. You could be at a show. Your friend could be a musician. This is like getting lost. It's like when you listen to music on your bed and you just give yourself an hour to just fantasize. The chains are loose because they can take them off whenever they want and leave. This Baphomet is what we all turn into when we choose the lower vibration. That's what the devil is. That's what the Baphomet is. It's what we all turn into when we make, out of our free will choice, a choice for poison. We all choose our poison, by the way. We all have something that's tempting, that we think that we like, we think we enjoy it, we think we want it. But it's self-destructive, it's self-sabotaging, it hurts other people. And that's behaviors and patterns and thoughts and feelings and actions, is all of that. Now we have the judgment. It's a call. You could hear the call, or you could actually get a phone call. Again, there's this energy of on the fence, on the fence, on the fence, breakthrough. Held up, held down, on the fence, on the fence, on the fence, clear as day, released. The judgment can appear when the situation, the outcome, the expectation is clouded in uncertainty. And that could be because there's an on the fence energy, or it could just be something of the nature of the situation. Like Romeo and Juliet. How's this gonna go? I don't know. We'll see. So this makes it absolutely clear. If you were on the fence about something, now you know. I feel like this is a very hard-won victory because of these elements. This is a mental victory. This is a decision. Let's get one more position. What's the last message for this week ahead that we can expect? That's pretty perfect. You have a lot to look forward to. You have a lot to look forward to. You can finally do that now because of this, though. You can finally look forward because you have overcome this you've conquered yourself. I'm seeing statues in a museum. There's a transition. You're going from nature. Maybe you went out to ground. Maybe you went to the forest preserve. Maybe you went to your backyard. Maybe you went to the park. But there's a drastic difference because now you're in that air-conditioned air, and you might get a sore throat. Your joints might get very stiff. But I'm getting that going from like fresh air, like outside air. My mother used to say that to me. I'd come in from playing outside. She would say, I smell like outside. So you're smelling like outside, then you go in, and now you're like in this air-conditioned. You might not have a chance to change like clothes or shower or something. But I see you standing, I see like you're looking right into a statue though, or right into a work of art. It feels like a museum. It doesn't have to be. It just feels like the place that has this statue, the place that has this piece of art. Okay. 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Okay. This is either a mental or communications related success, breakthrough. You can see things optimistically, you can move forward, you have overcome some kind of self-sabotaging urge of yours, or you've overcome some kind of, maybe it's indecision or whatever was held up, you break through that. And now you look forward and you are optimistic and you are excited. And overall, what again was lacking clarity, this is my having so many tabs open in your browser. Tab, 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 tab. What could have been you could have been very emotionally scattered, holding out hope, wishing and wondering. but you are rejoicing. There is a cause for celebration. And what I love about, I'm getting such good vibes from this particular Three of Cups, is that you know, it's like you have the benefit. This could even be that you've had to practice discrimination and discernment and awareness and choice. Making the right choices. The devil is the temptation. We make the choice. We all choose our poison. This is making the right choice. So you could finally, this could be a personal breakthrough where you make the right choice, or someone else does and it affects you, or fate just waltzes in, but you are very happy. Let's open this up. Let's use, for this we'll use the rose gold, the astral, what I call my astral deck. So when I close my eyes like this and I'm channeling, it's a little bit different because I have her that tells me stuff and shows me stuff, but I'm remotely viewing into the energies. So it's like when you close your eyes, it's seeing beyond the back of your eyelids. It's like immediately there's like a whole different, it's almost like putting on a VR headset. Okay, tell me about these two energies, the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords, please. Tell me about the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords, please. Why can't we give love? You choose love. You choose harmony. You choose grace. You choose partnership. You choose cooperation. Or this energy just bursts into your life. When things move fast this week, it's because of partnership and cooperation and harmony, and again, emphasizing correct choice. The man is the conscious awareness, looks to the woman, the subconscious mind. She looks up to the angel, the superconscious. We must all, that conscious mind must go through the subconscious mind in order to achieve the superconscious and total awareness, where we don't act against ourselves. This is a major resolution, and this is, like I said, very, very fast. This could be making up your mind about a person, making up your mind about a course of action in relation to a person. I'm seeing this underground parking garage, and this is kind of confusing. Like getting to your car in an underground parking garage, and it's like a long way, or it's like there's a lot of, maybe you got to do stairs and an elevator and going outside and going back inside and taking more stairs and taking a turn, and it's like kind of like that. It's like very labyrinthine. I'm seeing the inside of a car, inside of the car, and then getting in the phone for something in your phone, like maybe looking for a message, or looking to read something, or looking to watch a video, looking to all right, let's take a look at the Devil and the Judgment. This is like a breaking of the chains, breaking the chains. I feel like someone's about to have a lot of fun here. I'm totally right. Look at all this fun you're having. The Sun and the Knight of Cups. This is my Romeo card. Again, the light of conscious awareness. This little baby, the little baby is holding this red, well, you can't tell that it's really red, but it's a red flag in their right hand, facing it, the right hand. Okay, gosh, I want to say like everything about the card, but this is basically saying that you have been trying to overcome something, you have been trying to figure something out, or something's been taking a long time, whatever it happens to be. You've been working out your subconscious resistance to your success. And now that you have, this is a major overcoming of a major obstacle that has been undermining your success and acting as subconscious resistance in your life. And now that you've overcome it, the control, the action, whatever it is, the behavior pattern, the words, now become a subconscious mechanism. I was just explaining this to a beloved little one in my life, that when you ride a bike, when you're learning to ride the bike, it's a conscious action because you're paying attention to where your feet are, you're propelling, you're looking around, you're very conscious. It's a very conscious action because you're learning how to do it. You're getting used to how it feels to do it right. When you've learned to ride the bike, is the Sun card. Riding the bike becomes a subconscious action because you already know what you're doing. You're not thinking about it. Remember, the thoughts you choose, those are the conscious thoughts. The actions that you choose are the conscious thoughts. When you receive images, feelings, downloads, thoughts, that's from the subconscious. That's from the cosmos. That's from the galactic center. That's why I talk about the astrology the way that I do, so that you are helped and supported in identifying where you're resisting your own success, and they can start to figure out why. Okay, so like I said, you guys are having a great time. Oh, you're having a great time. So not only have you conquered this internal resistance undermining your own success, you are now moving forward, and you are just like, you're having a ball. You're absolutely... And the Knight of Cups is the romantic knight. This is a very falling in love energy. You will be very happy with this person, if this is a person. For business, I love this for business because it is harmony, it is productive, it is intelligent, it is freed. It is, it is freed from whatever was undermining the success of the relationship, whatever was undermining the success of the individuals, both in the relationship. This Knight of Cups is so dreamy. So this could have to do with some kind of decision. Whatever was keeping you from this decision was undermining your happiness in relationship, in connection. This is almost like you're afraid to be too happy. So you don't go for what or who you really want. You try to improve upon what you have, or you settle for less, or you just abstain from everything and everyone, or you just, So the Me Too movement. If I were a man, if I were who I am as a man, I would have said, oh dear God. Number one, because of the reality for women, for half of people, I would have went, oh dear God, that's terrible, that's horrible. And I would have said, secondarily, oh dear God, I am so awkward. I am so strange. I am so unusual. I am so Like I just read history books all the time, and I'm into astrology, and I'm psychic, and I am so weird, and women intimidate me, and oh my God. And I would have abstained from dating for 2 years minimum. I would have said, okay, this is clearly a time to listen to women. Women aren't like looking for a voice. They don't need to find their voice. They have a voice. We all do. Got to listen to it. All right, I'm going to make space and we're going to listen to women. And I'm going to take 2 years to overcome and figure out and like really get better with asking young ladies upon whose attentions I may distribute out on a date with me. And I will figure that out, and I will come back, and it'll all be good. They will have regained some lost dignity and consideration, and they will be more restored in their confidence, and I will have figured out and restored my dignity and my confidence in interacting with people. I was guided to say that. So that's for someone. So I know that seems very random, but I was very specifically guided to share that. So 3 of Wands. Let's take a look at the future. You are overflowing. The Ace of Cups. My cup runneth over. Happiness. You are so overwhelmed with joy and love and excitement and optimism, and it's all there. This is the beginning. This is a very emotionally charged new beginning. This is the first step on a new path. This is a whole new horizon. This is you come out of your 2 years of, I don't know, therapy, energy work, astrological counseling, psychic mentorship, Freudian therapy, whatever it is that happens, yoga, whatever it happens to be that works for you. You come out like, oh my God, I've overcome. I did it. Like I actually did it. I can make better decisions in relationships. I can choose better people. I can be confident. I can, whatever this happens to be for you. And you look at the future like, oh my God, what can I do next? And you have the rest of your life ahead of you. You will feel like you just like slingshot into the future just by having energetically released yourself of some kind of resistance, something that was working against you, that you kept choosing time and time again. Nope, not anymore. Now the success, doing the right thing, coming up to that point, making the right choice, making that different choice, making the right choice. It's clear as day. It's absolute. It's absolute. That becomes the subconscious action. So it's not going to be, when you learn a lesson, Saturn's going to make it hard for you. Obstacles, delays, it's going to make it hard for you. But when you learn the lesson, the difficulties disappear for that particular lesson. Now, if you start to get lazy in 25 years, it's going to happen again. You're going to go through your Saturn returns, it's going to happen all over again, or you're going to get some Saturn transits, you're going to get nudged back in line. So, but right now, that's not that. Right now, you've overcome it and you've got a clean slate and you are so jazzed. Pardon my reach here. Okay. Let's see if there's any more guidance for you. This is beautiful. This is a new story for you, a new narrative. You have new expectations for your life because you are totally, totally different. The partnership is totally different. The union is totally different. Everything's just totally different. Is there any more guidance? Oh. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. Okay, so Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. That speaks directly to my "If I Were a Man" and Me Too story here. So whatever was undermining your success had to do with you connecting with the world, you being in the world, you being able to be the brightest version of you, holding the most light in your body and as authentic as you really are, and being able to connect with other people, new people, different people, in authentic ways, because you're authentic. And now is the time to get out there and enjoy your success and yourself. You have 3 more. You have the Goose. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. Again, there's this like energy. After this weekend, you guys are going to come back elevated. Ooh, the Kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in perfect form. Here's what I want to say about this. Everything that you think that you want externally, why do you want that? Why do you think you want that? We only want something outside of ourselves, money, cars, relationships, attention, accolades, whatever it happens to be. We only want things outside of ourselves because of how we think we're going to feel, because of how we think having that thing or that manifestation is going to make us feel. That we don't want it for the sake of having it. We want it for the sake of how it's going to make us feel. Whether it's an ego stroke, whether it's a physical sensation. I want this spa machine. I want this massage machine because my muscles are going to get nice and tenderized because it's working on me and it's going to feel so great. That's why you think from, not of. You generate the emotion, you generate the feeling that you think it's going to give you or that you want it to give you. You generate that first. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. And little dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Trees have these underground networks where they have families and they talk to each other and they give each other like medicines and antibiotics and food and everything. And like there's like a whole network of communication of trees underground. And like there's like a mother tree that will like support all the trees, and like some of them get along and some of them don't get along, and some trees and all the trees, like the trees help each other until they're self-sufficient and they're getting their own photosynthesis and they're getting their own food and they're like taking care of themselves. But if they're not, then they get support from like the other trees around them. Some trees get greedy and they're the ones that grow really sideways and they just like get deformed because they're greedy. And I'm getting something with that. I don't know if they're hugging trees, but I'm getting something like, I'm just getting trees and I'm getting to talk about that. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Okay, well, I'm just the messenger here, so I get what I get. I love you guys. Take very good care. I hope you enjoyed this weekly horoscope and this tarot reading. I will see you guys Wednesday and Friday for our next tarot readings, where we will pull from the download jar, where I write down downloads as I get them through the week, and then we pull at random a download to open up and explore with the tarot. So I can't wait to see you guys then. Until then, my loves, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. Truthfully, the game that you've been playing felt so real to me. I once believed that you could